This guy sent us 3 different suits that he had made by 3 different in-person custom tailor shops in Minneapolis. All right, moving on to suit number 2. At this point, again, I would pause the video and get your thoughts together so we can compare notes. All right, this one looks like another 4-season navy blue suit. This one is single-breasted version. The first thing I noticed right away is a slight lapel pop, or a billowing of the lapels. The lapel should really make a straight line directly from the neck to the buttoning point. It should not curve out like this. Of course, this is because this guy has a big chest and big shoulders, and it's not big enough in the front. Ironically, even though the lapels are bowing, it's still a little bit big in the front chest, as we see fabric pooling around the armhole. Secondly, I would say the button stance is a little bit too high, which doesn't help the lapel popping either. And lastly, the jacket's kicking upward in the front, which could mean he has erect posture, or it could be just because he's so big and has a big chest that there's not enough fabric or length to go all the way around and down. And if we take a quick look at the back of suit number 2, we see the same issue as suit number 1. He's got a big muscular seat, and that jacket is just crashing on top, highlighting the seat and making the whole thing look messy. The trousers on this one look a little bit less wrinkly, but it looks like it's tight in the crotch, which is why you see this pulling coming down towards his knees. And last but not least, we got suit number 3. Take a moment to get your thoughts together here. This one looks a bit darker, could be midnight blue or maybe even black, and it's certainly the tightest of the 3. First thing I notice is that it's tight in the belly. That's one of the hardest working buttons in the industry. You better shield your eyes when you're around this guy. And the button placement is also very high, hitting him up around the sternum. For a guy that's big and bulky or a guy that's big and round, you really want a deep button stance. You want to create a nice long V to accentuate the shoulders and slim the body down so it doesn't look so stuffed in the suit. This guy really looks stuffed in there. Other than that, the jacket looks short in the front. It really should hit at the apex of the trousers or even longer, probably longer for a guy this muscular, because you never want the jacket to look like a box. So the wider the guy, the longer the jacket. Another thing I notice is the ridiculous shape and position of this lapel. The points of the peak lapel are actually hanging off his shoulder line, which should never happen. And part of the reason for that is the gorge line is too high. The gorge line is the connection between the collar and the lapel, and it should always sit on your chest. It should never be riding too high or close to the line of the shoulder, because this makes you look like you're falling backwards. It's not a very commanding position. If anything, you want a jacket to be tilted forward. That's why I like lower gorge lines, because it looks like you're more in command. It looks like you're moving forward rather than moving backwards. And lastly, if we look at the back of this jacket, we see a lot of the same problems accentuated, made even worse because it's tighter. We see the shoulder slope breaking all around the lats. And then we see the crashing on the booty because he's got the prominent seat and it's not cut properly. So overall, 3 very mediocre suits from 3 different in-person tailor shops. If I had to rate these, I'd give the first one a B-, the second one a C, and the third one a D. As with everything on this platform, these are my opinions. If you have different ones, you can pop them in the comments. And if you want my opinion on your suit, you could DM me your photo. I might put you on blast, but I'll always cut your face out. Peace, y'all.